Good morning, students. Welcome back to our maths class. We are learning square and square root. Till now, what we have learned? We have learned about square numbers, their properties, and some interesting patterns of square root. Now, today we will learn something more about squares. See, children, finding the square of a number without actual multiplications means without doing multiplication. Usually what we know about a square means what? Multiplying a number by itself. Okay, but here we are going to learn a trick how we are going to find out square of any number without doing actual multiplication. So let's consider the square of 34. Now see children, 34 I can write as 30 plus 4. Okay. So 34 square, that is equals to what? 30 plus 4 the whole square. That means multiplication of 30 plus 4 two times. So 30 plus 4 into 30 plus 4. Now how we are opening the bracket? See, this 30 into second bracket plus 4 into again this second bracket. And now using distributive law, we can find out this 30 into 30 is what? 30 square. 30 into plus 4 is what? 30 into 4. Then plus plus plus. This is again 30 into 4. And this is plus 4 into 4. Getting children? Again I am repeating. See here, 30 into 30, 30 square. 30 into 4 is as it is. Then plus 4 into 30, that is 30 into 4 also we can write. And plus 4 into plus 4, that is 4 square. Now write down the values. 30 square is what? 900. 34 is 120. Again 34 is 120. And what is the square of 4? 16. And now add all these numbers. What you are getting? You are getting 1156. Thus, you have found the square of 34 without doing actual multiplication. Means instead of doing 34 into 34, we can find out square of 34 in this way. Let's consider one more example. See, suppose I want to find out the square of 56. Now how to write down 56 in terms of multiples of 10? See here, I can write 56 as 50 plus 6. So what is 56 square? 56 square I can write like this, 50 plus 6 the whole square. Now this is nothing but what? In first bracket 50 plus 6, in another bracket 50 plus 6. So again using distributive property, 50 into 50 plus 6 plus 6 into 50 plus 6. Now just open the bracket. 50 into 50, 50 square. 50 into 6, then 6 into 50 means again it is same 50 into 6. 6 into 6, that means 6 square. So now find the values of this. What is 50 square? 2500. 15 6 are 300. 15 6 are 300. And 6 square is 36. Now add all these values. What you will get? You will get answer as 3136. Therefore, square of 56 is equals to 3136. Isn't it easy? Children, means instead of doing multiplication, we can use this method to find out square of any particular number. Okay. Now, see children, there is another method for special numbers. Which numbers? Those ends with what? 5. So how to find out square of a number which ends with 5? Observe the following numbers and their squares. See, 5 square is what? 25. 25 square is 625. 35 square is 1225. 75 square is what? 5625. That means 5625. Children, if you observe these numbers, you can see that means here it is what? 5 in the units place, and you can see what are the last two digits numbers, 25, 25, 25. Means you can see that every number which is having 5 in the units place, its square ends with 25. And now check these numbers. 2, here it is 6. Here it is 3, here it is 4. Here it is 7, here it is 56. Now there is one relation between these numbers. What is that? Let's see through one example. Suppose I am taking 25, and if I want to do the 25 square. Now 25, that means here it is 2 and 5. So with this 2, what we have to do? Just multiply the number and its successor. So what is the number? 2. What is its successor? 3. So multiply them. So what you are getting? You are getting 2 into 3 is equals to 6. Now with this 5, what you have to do? Squaring on 5, what you are getting? You are getting 25. And now you got this number. This is 6 and this is 25. Now what you have to do? Just write down them together like this. 6 and 25 means 625. And see children, what is the square of 25? Yes, it is 625. Let's consider one more example. Suppose I want to do the square of 75. See, 75, that means 7 and 5. Now what we have to do with this 7? We have to just multiply this with its successor. Okay. So multiply the number and its successor. So what is his successor? 7 ka successor? Yes, 8. So 7 into 8, which is equals to 56. And here what we are doing? Just square this number. So what is the square of 5? 25. Now what is the next procedure? Just write down these numbers together. So what you are getting? You are getting 5625. Means see children, here also, here it is 3 and here it is 12. So 3 4s are 12. That's why. So what we are doing? We are just writing 5 square as 25. Whatever number is before this 5, we are taking its successor and we are doing the multiplication of that. It is very easy and very interesting. Now, in general, you can say that if I want to find out a square of number having 5 in the units place, then I can have a formula like this: a into a plus 1 into 100 plus 25. See children, because here it is 6, 7 into 8. That means a into a plus 1 into 100 plus 25. See one more example. Suppose 95 square I want to do. Then using this formula, what is my a? My a is means the number which is before 5. That means here it is 9 into a plus 1. So what is a plus 1? 10. So 9 into 10 into 100 and plus 25. So 9 tens are 90. 90 into 100 is what? 9,000. 9,000 plus this 25. So I got the square of this 95 as what? 9,025. Understood children? Isn't it easy and interesting also? See, if you know all these tricks, really your calculation will become very easy. So please all of you go through these tricks and these rules also. Okay. Now see here, depend one more topic we have to cover, that is Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet. Yes, Pythagorean means you must learn the name of this mathematician Pythagoras, and it is related to that. So it is regarding numbers. Pythagorean triplet. So what is this? It is a set of natural numbers if the square of largest number is equal to the sum of the square of the remaining two numbers. It is a set of three natural numbers in which square of the largest number is equal to the sum of the remaining two numbers, sum of the square of the remaining two numbers. Suppose I am considering children A, B, C, natural numbers, in such a way that A is greater than B and A is greater than C also. That means A is the largest number. Then the triplet ABC will be a Pythagorean triplet if A square is equals to B square plus C square. C, square of the largest number is equal to sum of the square of the remaining two numbers. So that's why here A is largest number. So A square is equal to B square plus C square. Note children, here it is. Numbers in Pythagorean triplet can be written in any order. Means you can write A, B, C, or you can write C, B, A, C, A, B. Means you can change the order of these three numbers. There is no specific rule for writing the Pythagorean triplet. Okay, you can interchange, change the order of the numbers. It doesn't matter. Now, see here. I'm taking one example. 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. Now how it is? See, 3, 4, 5, which is the largest number? Yes, 5. So what is 5 square? 25. And what are the remaining numbers? 3 and 4. Let's do the sum of their squares. So 3 square plus 4 square, which is equals to 9 plus 16 is equals to 25. That's why this property, this rule is applicable, means satisfied. So that's why 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. Now, see children, how to find out this Pythagorean triplet. There is one formula. See, for any natural number m which is greater than 1, we are having 2m square is equals to what? 2 ka square 4. What is the square of m? M square. So that's why 2m square is equals to 4m square. Then m square minus 1 the whole square. Whole square means again in another bracket we will write m square minus 1. And on solving that I am getting m raised to 4 minus 2m square plus 1. Then here m square plus 1 the whole square, that is nothing but m raised to 4 plus 2m square plus 1. Now I am having these three numbers. If you observe this, if I am adding this 1 and 2 statement, that means 2m the whole square plus m square minus 1 the whole square is equals to 4m square plus m raised to 4 minus 2m square plus 1. After see children, these 4m square and minus 2m square, these are what? Similar terms. Okay, see, these two are what? Similar terms. So 4 minus 2 is what? 2m square. So what I am getting here, m raised to 4, then 4m square minus 2m square is 2m square plus 1. Now can you say that this is equals to the third statement? सेम है RHS. यहाँ पे देखो c m raised to 4 plus 2m square plus 1, and here is also m raised to 4 plus 2m square plus 1. So I can say that here sum of the square of these two numbers is equals to square of this number. Getting, children? See, sum of the square of these two numbers is equals to square of this number. So I am having 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 as a Pythagorean triplet. So these three numbers form a Pythagorean triplet, and using this we can find out, if we know one of the number, then we can find out related two numbers which form a Pythagorean triplet. Now, for example, find a Pythagorean triplet in which one member is 12. Now, one member is given as what? 12. Now, I want to find out another ones. So, here, see children, always whenever we are solving this type of question, always we are going to consider 2m is equals to 12. Are you getting? For your standard, we are going to follow this method. Okay. So we are considering always 2m is equals to the given number, and most probably the number will be given as even number only. Okay. So this formula is restricted for some numbers only. So sorry, 2m is equals to what? 12. So what is the value of m? M is equals to 6. So I got m is equals to 6. So I can find out m square minus 1. So what is m square? 6 square means 36 minus 1 is equals to 35. So I got this 35. Again I can find out m square plus 1. That means 36 plus 1, 37. So I am having these numbers. I know that 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1, they form a what? Pythagorean triplet. So I knew the 12. So I got another two numbers, 35 and 37. And therefore the required triplet is what? 12, 35 and 37. Getting, children? Okay. Now see here, depending upon this, means how to find out the square of number, then this Pythagorean triplet, we are having exercise number 6.2. So let us start with this. What is the first question? Find the square of the following numbers. Now first they have given as 32. See children, instead of, means this question is what? We have to find out the square of given numbers without doing actual multiplication. So 32 I can write as 30 plus 2 the whole square. 32 square I can write as what? 30 plus 2 the whole square. So what is this? 30 plus 2 into 30 plus 2. So this is 30 into this bracket plus 2 into again the second bracket. Now using distributive law, I can see that 30 into 30 is 30 square, 30 into 2 is 30 into 2, then again it is 30 into 2, and 2 into 2 is what? 2 square. Now find the values. What is 30 square? 900. 32 are 60. 32 are 60. And 2 square is 4. Now if I add all these numbers, what I am getting? I am getting 1024. So what is the square of 32? 32 square is 1024. Now one more example I have taken. 93 square. See children, 93 I can write like this, 90 plus 3. So again it is in first bracket 90 plus 3 and in another bracket 90 plus 3. So what I got? 90 into 90 plus 3 plus 3 into 90 plus 3. See this. In first bracket, take the first number into another bracket. Again take the second number with the sign and again into another bracket. Now expand this. 90 into 90, 90 square. 90 into 3 plus 90 into 3 and plus 3 into 3 is what? 3 square. Now see children. What is the square of 9? 8100 plus 19 threes are 270. 90 threes are 270. And what is the square of 3? It is 9. Now add all these. What you will get? You will get 8649. So what is the square of 93? 93 square is what? 8649. Understood children? See here, every number I am just splitting up like this. 32, that is 30 plus 2. Here 93, I have written 90 plus 3. So in this way, you have to write down the given number in tens multiplus plus units place digit, and then do the same procedure and find out the square of the given number. Understood children? See here, I have taken 2 examples and the rest of the examples you have to do your own. And if you are feeling any doubts, please ask me in our online session. Understood children? Now, see the question number 2. Write a Pythagorean triplet whose one member is 6. Now, what I told you, we are having 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1 as what? Pythagorean triplet. And all the time we are going to consider whatever number is given as 2m. So consider 2m is equals to 6. So what is the value of m? M is equals to 3. So what is m square minus 1? That is 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. So I got m square minus 1 as 8. Then m square plus 1. So m square is 9 plus 1, 10. So what I got? 2m is equals to 6. M square minus 1 is equals to 8. M square plus 1 is equal to 10. So therefore, the required triplet is what? 6, 8 and 10. 6, 8 and 10. Now, see the another example. I have taken second example as 14. So I will consider 2m is equals to 14. So what is m? 2 sevens are. So that's why m is equals to 7. Now m square minus 1 is what? 49 minus 1, that is 48. And m square plus 1 means what? 49 plus 1 is equals to 50. So what I got? The required triplet as 14, 48 and 50. So this is the required triplet. Now see children, up to this, what we have learned? We have learned about square numbers. Now see, square roots. Now see what is mean by square roots. See children, for addition, what is the inverse operation? What is the inverse operation? Subtraction. And for multiplication, what is the inverse operation? Division. Yes. So same like that, we are having for squaring, finding square root is a inverse operation. For squaring, finding square root is an inverse operation. Here 1 square is what? 1. So therefore square root of 1 is what? 1. See, 1 square is 1. Getting? So that's why square root of this 1 is equals to 1. Now 2 square is what? 4. So therefore square root of 4 is what? 2. Why? How we are getting? 4 is the square number. But 4 is a square of what? 4 is a square of 2. And that's why the square root of 4 is 2. 3 square is equals to 9. So therefore square root of 9 is what? 3. Means what? 9 is the square of what? 3. So that's why square root of 9 is what? 3. Now see children, one more thing, means here we are saying that on square root of 9 is 3. But here if you observe, 9 square is what? 81. Suppose I am taking negative integer, means integer, minus 9. So minus 9 square is also what? 81. So we say that square roots of 81 are 9 and minus 9, because minus 9 squares is also 81 and 9 square is also 81. So 81 it has two square roots, 9 and minus 9. But in our syllabus, we are going to consider only positive square root of natural numbers. In your 8th standard, we are not dealing with this negative integers. Are you getting, children? So we will consider only positive square roots of natural numbers. See, this square root is denoted by the symbol this. This is the symbol for square root. Getting, children? For example, under root. How we are saying under root 25 is equals to 5, or root 25 is equals to 5. Under root 25. 25 is a perfect square. So whose square is 25? 5 square is 25. So that's why square root of 25 is 5. Understood? Now we are having some methods for finding out square root. In that we are going to learn the first method, that finding square root through repeated subtraction. See children, in previous period what we have learned? We have learned that every perfect square I can write as a sum of odd natural numbers. Okay, so it is just reverse of that. In this method, what we have to do, we have to subtract successive odd numbers starting from 1 till we get answer as 0. Are you getting? In this method, what we are going to do? We are just going to subtract successive or odd numbers starting from 1, means 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. Okay, so we have to subtract those numbers till the answer gets 0. Consider root 81. Suppose I want to find out square root of 81 using this repeated subtraction. So what we have to do? We have to subtract. What we have to subtract? Odd numbers. So let us start with 1, because they are saying starting from 1. So 81 minus 1 is equals to 80. Then this 80 minus 3. Why? Because after 1, which is the odd number? 3. So 80 minus 3 is equals to 77. Now 77 minus is equals to what? 5. Because after 5, which is the odd number? 5. So 77 minus 5 is equals to 72. After that, 72 minus 7, 65. 65 minus 9, 56. 56 minus 11, 45. 45 minus 13, 32. 32 minus 15, 17. And 17 minus 17 is equals to 0. Now third, after doing this subtraction, finally I got 0. Now you have to check in which step you are getting this 0. Ninth step. Okay, in ninth step you are getting answer as 0, and therefore square root of 81 is 9. See, 9 nines are 81. Yes, so I know square of 9 is 81. So that's why square root of 81 is what? 9. Reverse operation. Are you getting, children? Okay. Now, see here, exercise number 6.3, which is based upon this particular, means not exactly all sums will be like this, but there is one question that we have to find out the square root of 100 and 169 by method of repeated subtraction. This is important sum. So many times it is asked in exam. So please pay attention and try to solve it. I have solved for 100. You have to solve for 169. Okay. Now see for 100. Square root of 100. So what we have to do? We have to subtract successive odd numbers. Now see, 100 minus 1, that is 99. What is the odd number after 1? 3. So 99 minus 3, 96. Then 96 minus 5, 91. 91 minus 7, which is equals to 84. Then 84 minus 9 is what? 75. 75 minus 11 is 64. 64 minus 13 is what? 51. 51 minus 15 is 36. 36 minus 17 is what? 19. And 19 minus 19. Why 19 minus 19? Because after 17, which is the odd number? 19. So that's why 19 minus 19 is equals to 0. Now children, in which step I got this 0? 10th step. Yes, 10th step. So that's why what is the square root of 100? Square root of 100 is what? 10. See, 10 tens are 100. So our answer is correct. So today we have learned about finding the square root also. One method for finding the square root, that is subtraction method. But it's not the ordinary subtraction, it is a special subtraction. What we are doing, from the given number, we are subtracting odd natural numbers which are starting from 1. Understood, children? So do the practice of these sums, whatever I told you, and go through this entire chapter. Thank you, children. Stay at home and stay free.